Debate and diplomacy. Lewis Hines partake in child labor. Lewis Hines made a significant impact on child labor. Our historical debate is if child labor should be stopped or continued. Child labor has been happening since the beginning of time, children working day and night at such young ages. Usually, children aged 3 to 17 were put to unfair and harsh labor. Children would get hurt trying to cut vegetables, mining coal and jewels, or even by a stamping machine. Lewis Hines saw this and wanted to put an end to it. But what could he do to make an impact? He decided to take photos of kids at work. Lewis Vickers Hines was born in 1874 and died in 1940. He lived till 66. Lewis Hines was married to Sarah Ann Rich Hines and had a son named Corey Don Hines. Lewis Hines was raised in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, then traveled to Dobbs Ferry, New York to teach as sociologist teacher. He was handed a camera by the head of the school, and Lewis fell in love with the idea of taking photos. Lewis Hines believed a photo can tell a powerful story, so he took photos of the American Red Cross, who supplied relief services at war and or disaster. Lewis Hines took this as an opportunity to spread the word on the amazing work of the Red Cross. He did what he did best and took photos. After the Civil War ended in 1918, child labor got much worse. Few people were able to work the hours or jobs that were needed, so manufacturers thought it was a clever idea to hire children to replace them for less or no pay per hour. They figured children were easy to manage. Some manufacturers knew this was wrong, and they still hired children. Families sent their children to work as they were in deep poverty. Houses were filled with multiple families. Up to 6 families would live in one house, either in the same room or separate. Children worked on their parents' farm and would harvest beets, corn, cotton, or etc. They would sell these for a couple of cents, or if they were lucky, 75 cents. Sometimes children that harvested radishes would cut their knees trimming the top. Lewis Hines couldn't comprehend that child labor was growing rapidly in the business industry and saw it as a great business opportunity. Lewis Hines saw that children didn't want to work day and night. They didn't want to work instead of going to school. He talked to children whenever he got a chance. Whenever he saw a child handing out newspapers, he knew they weren't happy. He couldn't, nor could he accept children being miserable because of adults' decisions. Lewis Hines was accomplishing so many things that even some newspapers recognized him. Lewis Hines couldn't comprehend that child labor was growing rapidly in the business industry, and he saw it as a great business opportunity. Lewis Hines saw that children didn't want to work day and night, and they didn't want to work instead of going to school. He talked to children whenever he got a chance. Whenever he saw a child handing out newspapers, he knew they weren't happy. He wouldn't, nor would he, accept children being miserable because of adults' decisions. Lewis Hines was accomplishing so many things that even some newspapers recognized him.